first as a practice. I'll go separately and practice the wing control, and then separately practice foil control before I start doing these things together. It always takes some time just to get this nice stability, and always more difficult to do it on the beam reach. So I'll first practice it on the close hold. Yeah, that's easier. That's pretty easy angle now here. Take the jib a little bit more in. Now it's flapping in the front. Oops. Alright. Let's practice bear off now. Need to do it a little bit more. Okay. Lost the speed. Ease the jib a little bit. Ease the main. 15 knots, so it's about where I would be able to take off. Maybe ease the jib a little bit more. Yes, now we're flying. Just again need to get the stability first. Yes, now let's come to the close hold angle. Yeah, that's good. Practicing bear. Oh no, jib is flapping in front. Let's take it just a little bit more tighter. Good. Bearing off now. We'll try to go for a while in the beam reach. Always this is more difficult to get the stability here. Very sensitive, but need to practice. That's good. Gonna bear off even more to the downwind angle. Yeah, that's good. Maybe a bit too low now. Yeah, let's come up. Okay, feels good. So now I'll come off the foils. So easing the wing, coming close holds. Yep, I'll do the I'll practice now on the different angle. So still I'll practice now on the different angle. So still so automatic foils, just warming up the wing setup, adding the jib maybe to 25%, bearing off, coming to the 90 degrees and starting to play here. In First coming close hold, much more easier to get the feel. Yeah, like that. Yeah, this tack is more difficult. To bear off to catch some speed. Good. Maybe it's a little bit too high. Okay. Feels good. Jib is flapping. Gonna take it a little bit tighter. Good. Slowly will bear off now. Beam reach. Yeah. Somehow seems easier on the beam reach here, which is promising. Usually you always have a starboard start on the reaching start, so it's good that it feels easier. Okay, I'll bear off now to the downwind angle. Oops. Okay, that was good. I think that's enough for the warm-up. We'll come off the foils now. Coming up and easing the sails slowly. All right, good. So, yep. So yeah, why I'm playing this game. So I, as a sailor who lives in a place like Finland, we don't actually have a lot of ice now on the road on the water. So no practice now. So it's always good just to keep them. To keep yourself practicing in some way or another in winter time. Okay. Let's practice now manual foils. As a warm-up. Good. Okay. Again, we'll start with the port tack. As soon as we're ready, we'll take the sails. Coming to the beam reach. As soon as I reach something like 17, I slowly start to take off. Foils up and then down. Yeah, and now we're flying. Now the flight control is in manual. Oof, flight too high. So here on the right, that's the indicator if it comes red. So here I just put a little bit more foil up so it starts to take off. So now if I keep on flying, it gets high and then I collapse. So it's all about the balancing the foil in the middle. Also here on the right, you cannot see here on the right, you can see the foil also on the widescreen. All right, 19 knots, good speed. Taking off, flight, and controlling now. I will slow, yes. It's a bit more tricky. Come a little bit more higher than the beam reach. Let's take off, flying, and slowly start to come to the close hold. Good. In the beginning, it's better not to practice flying too high. It's even better even just to do some touch and go and skimming over water. Obviously, you're then not as fast, but at least you're having a stable flight. Now it's a little bit too high. Also, the sounds give you a good indicator how high you're flying. Yeah, looked away for a moment and crash. Speed is good, can take immediately up. Don't need to build the speed. Yeah. Oops. Bye. So that's my third time with this controller. That I have new controller. It is significantly better than keyboard and mouse, but yeah, there's a little bit of learning curve still. Good. I've got some stable flight now for a while on the close hold. Gonna slowly bear off to the beam reach. The speed will build up from 25 now to maybe something like 30. This is a bit more difficult. 30 knots, yes. Yeah, now it becomes more wobbly. Requires very quick reaction. Maybe I'll even fly a little bit more lower now. Yeah, this is better. Crash. Take off. And oops. Yeah, that requires a little bit more practice now to keep it stable. Very easy jumping out of water on the beam reach. So beam reach is when the wind is coming from 90 degrees. You can see here on the arrow on the left side of the screen, there's a small orange arrow which says where it's exactly at 90 degrees now, a beam, so from the left side. Okay. All right. Well, reasonable stability as I can get after just a few practice. Let's take off and then try to go on the downwind angle. Too high. Okay. So it's a little bit more easier to take off on the beam reach angle. Yeah, so take off on the beam reach. No. So what I'm trying to do is just to start flying on the beam reach and then bear off to the downwind angle. So I must say it feels very realistic to the real foiling boat. So obviously I haven't sailed the F50 boat, which is this one simulator, but I've sailed Nakra 20, which is a pretty much similar, very much similar setup, except that it's maybe it's a 2 times smaller, or actually more than 2 times smaller than that, but it has the same setup. Instead of course rigid wings, it has the sails, but in terms of the foils it's very similar. You can you have also 2 front L-shaped or V-shaped foils depending on what you have. Then also the rudders on the T rudders, or actually we used also L rudders in the foiling center. So very similar setup. So more or less feels realistic. I think as sim goes, this is one of the probably most interesting sims, sailing sims so far. Okay, I think it just starts to be reasonable. So of course going touch and go, but no big crashes now. So I'll practice also on the other. On the other tack. This is just low riding tack. I'll practice tacks separately, but okay. Let's go. So add some sails. Sails are on the top now. You see it's in green. So there we go. We're going close hold now. The arrow is on the right here. So the wind is coming from our right side. 18 knots, enough, more than enough for taking off. Leaning the boat back and taking off and forward and back. Now we start balancing. Again, we'll come close hold first. Close hold is 45 degrees to the wind, so turning closer to the wind. Going in the skimming mode first, so kind of like touch and go. So it is more stable. Crash. Again, once looked away and then full concentration. All right. 18 knots, good speed, taking off and immediately going close hold. Okay, slowly we'll bear off now to the beam reach Wind's coming 90 degrees from our right. Speed is immediately increasing, so I need to compensate. Taking off. Okay. And gonna go now. In beam reach, taking off and going lower. Again. Good. Now that was a good bear off. 30 knots. Okay. A little bit skimming. No problem. Okay. Feels good. Okay, good warm up for just foiling. Using the foil control. Let's now combine foil and sails. So yeah, and below there is some of the videos that I have taken throughout my practice. So now I think we went through some J to both parts, but they're probably going to be it's a playlist of some other videos rolling. Ooh, that's a good one. Two boats over here, port, starboard. Neither of them sees each other. Ooh, that's a good one. Two boats over here, port, starboard. Neither of them sees each other. Port up. So now combining these things together. So jib 25%. So jib is the top sail on the bottom. You can see it now. It blinks there and back. So I put it 25, and lower it would be the wing. So I'll go to the beam reach, but not completely 90 degrees because it's a bit tricky. So as soon as it's 16, I will start to take off. Add a little bit of jib. Add a little bit of jib. That I get like 15. That I get like 15 knots or something. Yeah, about 15 knots. So as we're at 15 knots, I start to Okay. Ah, too high. Did not react fast. Okay. Going a bit lower to get some speed. 15 knots. Can start taking off. Leaning back to start taking off. Ah, too high. So basically it works this way. I need to control the main, so that's the main wing. So if I pull it in, the boat starts to heel to the right and can even capsize, and if I open it, it starts to heel to the left. So I need to control the heeling by using the main, and then using the foils over here I can control if the boat goes up and down, up and down. So yeah, basically it's all about the balancing it in those two dimensions, right and left, heeling right and left, and forward and backwards. Okay, let's put the jib to 25. We're at 15 knots. Let's take off. And then obviously the moment the boat comes out of water, you start to move really fast, so you need to adjust the wings accordingly. Okay, let's try it once again. So speed should be about 15 knots to take off. Now when there's a 15 knots, I lean back to start takeoff. Control the heeling, turning gently to the wind, because it's easier to go when I'm close hauled. Again, too slow now. You need to go lower to accelerate. It's more difficult when you have to do those two things at the same time. On the F50 you usually have two people who are in charge. Separate people. Actually, usually you have three people in a normal setup. That one is steering, turning both right and left. Another one is controlling the wing, and then other one would be controlling the foils. Oh no. Somebody's shooting the fireworks. The dog's gonna go bananas. This is from 360. Okay. Okay, this is okay for warm-up. Of course, obviously more practice needed, but it's okay for the warm-up. I'm gonna do the tack and practice it on another tack.
Hold up.
jig maybe at 25, bear off until 15 knots, and let's go. I'm not reacting actually when you need to react a little bit more faster and putting the bow closer to the water when it starts to take off. Maybe even touch and go first, like now. Whew. Rodeo. Like that. This is good now. That's how I... Oop! And again, too high. Yeah, it's always better to keep the boat flat. On the bottom there is a video of our pre-COVID team practicing match racing on the slower boats, not this fast. Okay, it's as good as it gets now. So now practice the foils. Let's go and practice some maneuvers. I go from the tutorial to the low waves, moderate breeze. Yes, that's a good setup. So now we're going to practice here on the real course. No other boats yet, but just real course, upwind, downwind, and the boundaries. Yeah, below here is a match race. So it was on 360. Yeah, we're racing with this boat, I believe, tucked to cover them. Close cover, throwing the bad wind to them.
60 seconds.
All right, 60 seconds. Let's. Oh yeah, here we have a hoist. This is a windward mark hoisting and go lower. All right, back to foiling. So I'll put the foil assist 50%. Yes, I think, and then auto helm swap. No, I'll do it manually, and a setup of the sails, settings on the sails like twist and etc. would be automatic. Everything else would be manual for now. Okay, let's see how it goes.
20 seconds.
So I keep now the both boards up. Okay, we're late to start, but that's okay. Not racing anyone.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So that's the starting line on our left side. I'm showing here, so we're gonna I'll do a low riding tack just to warm up now again how the
Stand by attack.
so moving first half of the crew there,
Board up.
lifting the board. Ooh. Impossible. Okay, let's accelerate a little bit just to go through the tack. And going through the tack.
Board up. Board down.
The boards. And ease the main to help turning. So this is the reaching leg. So meaning we're now going 90 degrees to the wind, usually very fast. Ooh. So going in a skimming mode now, trying not to fly too high. And bearing off now, going lower. Oops, too much heating. Okay, now it's good. So now ahead is the boundary. Need to start setting up for the jibe. Let's go for a jibe. Crew on the other side.
Stand by drive. Board
Foil
up.
down. Oh,
Board down.
I mixed up. Messed up the board work. But taking off. Ease, 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 ease. Saved. Almost capsized. Okay,
Stand by.
approaching
Go.
the boundaries.
Board up. Board down.
Still again messed up the board work. The foils work. Okay. Let's accelerate. $15 knots, we can take off. Okay, I would need to do one more jibe now. It's not going well. Jibe.
Stand by. Go. Board
So
down.
now that's correct. Board down here on this
And
side.
jibing.
Jibing, moving on the side. And
Board
board up on this side. So we missed that gate. Now I need to go through this gate. We'll add the jib. Oop, too high. That's not going good. Can I find the balance? Yes, here it is. Now
Stand by. Tack.
tacking, moving the crew,
Board down.
board down, turning, moving the rest of the crew. Come off the foils,
Board up.
board up. Come off the foils, but accelerated pretty fast, so it wasn't too bad. Again, for practice mode, I don't mind touching the water every now and then. So it's kind of like skimming mode. It's not fast, but it's a good for practice. Just means that you're not flying too high. So if you fly too high, then you crash, and then it's even more slower. So now going upwind, close hold, wind is coming from our right side, 45 degrees, approaching the boundary,
Stand by.
moving the crew,
Board down.
board down,
Tacking.
turning, moving the rest of the crew. Pretty good. Came out at 15.
Board up.
Nice. That was not too bad. I cannot find the balance yet. Now, this is good. Approaching the boundaries. Stand by for tacking.
Stand by. Tack. Board down.
Board down. Turning. That was not very good tack. good. Now it feels good. Oh yeah,
Board up.
that's why it feels good. Forgot to lift the board. Once you have two boards in the water, you obviously have more stability. It's the same as you're riding on the 4 wheels instead of 3. But obviously you can see that speed almost double.
Stand by tank. Board down. Tanking.
That was good. This is upwind gate. I'm gonna take the right hand mark, right turn mark. So just to minimize the maneuvers. Oh, that's not good.
Board up.
Of course, I forgot to lift the board again. Saving. I need to jibe anyway.
Stand by drive.
Let's go.
Board up.
No, mixed up.
Driving.
Yeah, that needs a little bit more muscle memory there.
Board up.
Go around the corner of the boundary, and now I can go lower. Approaching the boundary. Try to push it so that I can make it with one jibe.
Stand by drive. Board down. Driving.
Flying jibe. Woo! That was foiling jibe. Nice. Not touching the water during the jibe. Cool. First foiling jibe, I think. All right, let's not get too cocky. Rounding the mark.
Board down.
I forgot to move the crew.
Stand by attack. Attacking. Board up. Stand by attack. Board down. Attacking.
Yeah, this was a slow attack. Actually not sure what is better
Board up.
to first move the crew or put the board down during the attack. This the hydrofoil says that this game suggests that you should first move the crew and then put the board, but I have to play with it a little bit more. Slightly unstable here. What if I do it at this? No. Okay, let's focus on the flying.
Stand by attack. Board down. Attacking.
Maybe I can even do it at the same time. Move the crew and then move the crew and put the board down.
Board up.
It's actually significantly easier with a 50% board assist. Maybe flat water also helps here. Okay, I'll try now to do it at the same time.
Board down by attack. Attacking. Board up.
Yeah, I also need to lift the board pretty fast. Cannot put my bow down because of the mark. I don't want to do another jibe, and that's really slow. Okay. Oop, oop, no. No. Save. No. That's a capsize. It's good to have significantly cheaper to capsize and same, no damages. Okay. Okay, shall we check the multiplayer if there's anybody on the servers? Below this video, it's actually from a match race in Italy, in Scarlino. Oh, it was like 7-8 years ago. That was winter training. It's gonna be embarrassing. There's nobody. There's nobody now. All the servers, 0 people. I can check it again later on. Okay, yeah. And I can practice maybe open water practice, but that's for another type of boat. It's JX40. It's almost as the AC40 that they use in America's Cup. So, but yeah. Pre-start. We'll have to check it once again. Okay, one more practice for today, and then we'll check the multiplayer, and then we'll call it a day. Below this is the boat is B7.5, and it's a tricky one. It's really so difficult to tack, for example, in the big waves, and the only thing which this boat is good for is going reverse. It's the easiest boat that you can go reverse under sails. That's the easiest one that I ever tried. Yeah, it was a lot of design flaws in this boat. Okay. Foil assist 50%. Maybe I make a little bit less foil assist now. 40%.
60 seconds.
A bit more. Okay. Let's try to hit that start on time. I think it's the time to tack.
Stand by tack. Tacking. 30 seconds. Board up.
So a little bit
20 seconds. Ten seconds.
Yeah, a little bit. Stop. A little bit late already.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're on.
Jib is flapping, take the jib tighter. Good.
Stand by jibe. Board down. Jibe in. Board up.
That was pretty good. Another foiling jibe. Up, 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 up. I was going already too low. That was the reason. I was quite unstable.
Stand by jibe. Board down. Jibe in.
So we'll have to go around the red mark. Right hand turn.
Board up.
Forgot again to lift the board, that's why it's so slow and easy. Muscle memory.
Stand by. Board down. Tacking. Board up.
Same again. Forgot to lift the board. The board was stable but slow.
Stand by tack. Board down. Tacking. Board up.
Jib is flapping, so took it a little bit more in. The heel has increased, so I need to adjust that.
Board down. Tack. Attacking. Board up.
Wasn't too bad. Can it stabilize? I think moving the crew and putting the board down is the best.
Attacking. Board up.
Gonna pinch at the very end.
Stand by drive. Board down.
Ooh,
Driving.
it's not very stable. Yeah, what happened here?
Board up. Board down. Board up. Stand by drive. Board down. Driving.
That's not very good. Okay. Alright. We'll call it a day. Okay. Gonna go and take. Have to take the dogs outside. Alright. Till next time.